Good evening. This is what we're having for dinner tonight. It's one of our favorite dinners. It's smothered hamburgers, french fries, and green beans. Alright, our ingredients are 8 of these hamburger patties. We got a 2-pound bag of crinkle cut french fries. We got a can of cut Italian green beans. We got some pepper, salt, 3 packets of gravy mix, 3 cups of cold water, 4 onions that I've sliced up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get cooking in just a second. I'm going to clear this stuff away so we have a stove to work on. Alright, the first thing we're going to do to get this dinner started is we're going to take care of these french fries so that they can bake, okay? So we're going to set this dial to 425 degrees, which is what the packet says. I have put some pats of margarine on here, and we're going to sprinkle some salt. Just a little bit of salt on this. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put those in the oven. Alright. They're going to cook until they are hot and golden. There we go. That's that. Okay, we'll be right back. Alright, now the second thing I've got set up is our green beans. I drained out the can of green beans halfway, and then I sprinkled the salt and pepper on it, and there's a pat of butter in there. It's a tablespoon of butter, okay? So I'm going to set that aside for now until we get our stuff all done, and we'll start cooking these about 5 minutes before everything's done, okay? There's that. Okay, now we're going to get started on our hamburger patties for this meal. Alright, so we're going to turn our dial on this down to number 5, okay? Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper mixture in the bottom of this pan, because it's easier to do it this way than to try to salt and pepper those patties on each side, okay? So there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our hamburgers. We're not going to be able to do all of them all at once, so we're going to have to do them a couple at a time, okay? And all we're doing here is browning these patties, okay? So now that we got those in there, we're going to sprinkle the tops with some salt and pepper. Okay, there we go. There. And we're going to let those cook, okay? And I'll bring you back, but the tip on this is to salt and pepper your pan in the bottom. Alright, that way you don't have to try to figure out how to salt and pepper both sides of these frozen patties. Because as they thaw, they will cook that seasoning right into those hamburger patties. Alright, we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, now this looks like it's about ready to flip over, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this. Okay, there, it's browned on that side. There we go. And now we'll brown on the other side pretty good, and we'll be back. Okay, these are ready to be put aside, and our next 2 hamburgers are ready to go into this pan to brown. Okay, so I'm going to remove those, and I'm going to put them into this pan waiting for those hamburgers to keep warm, and I'll be back. Alright, here's this next set of hamburger patties. I'm going to go ahead and brown those just like I did the last ones, and I'm going to continue until all 8 of those patties are browned, and then I'll bring you back. Okay? Okay, well, I've taken the last of the hamburgers out. Now we're going to go ahead and cook those onions. Okay, so we've got these onions. That I had all chopped up in that bowl. We got those in here. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and cook those down. Okay. A little bit of hamburger grease. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and season this with the rest of that salt and pepper that we have. Okay, that's not much, but it will certainly give it a good flavor. Okay. I think I'm going to lower this down a little bit, though, to maybe number 3 for now. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and get started on my gravy. Okay, so here is our gravy mix in the bottom of this pan. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this burner onto, we're going to start with number 5, okay? Now, I've got 3 cups of cold water in this measuring cup. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. Alright. This is just going to get all that mixture wet. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and use our whisk. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Here's our whisk. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our water. Okay. There we go. And we're going to let this cook. And every now and then we're going to stir it until it gets thick like gravy. Okay? There we go. We do not have cans of gravy because Walmart was out of them. So we did the next best thing and we got gravy packets, and now we're trying to make gravy out of that. Okay, but it will work. Trust me. Alright, and it is cheaper actually. So just give it a few minutes and we'll be back. Alright, our onions are almost done, so we're going to go ahead and add our patties back to this pan. I've left half of the onions in there. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some more of the onions, a nice little layer. What I'm trying to do is get some more flavor into those hamburgers on the side. Now, just a little bit more onion on this one back here because it looked like it needed it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the other hamburgers on top of those. Okay. Pan's running away here. Alright, there we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and put some onions on this. Okay. Yeah. This. This one. And I'm going to put a little bit that's left on this one. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and pour our gravy over all. Alright, now the gravy's not totally done because it's going to cook for another 25 minutes. So I figured it will definitely finish thickening. It's already pretty thick, as you can see. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And we're going to let this cook the rest of the way. Alright, and that's going to cook about 25 minutes, okay? So there we go. I'm going to cover this and let it simmer away, and it'll finish cooking those hamburger patties, and the flavor will be so good, and the gravy will thicken. All right, we'll be back. All right, our food in this pot is almost done. This is our smothered hamburgers with gravy, and we are going to go ahead and get our beans going since it's about 5 minutes before serving time. Okay, so here we go. We're going to turn this on to number 5. All right, and we're going to let that heat through, and I'll bring you back as soon as it's time to get this stuff served up. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like. I just took our french fries out of the oven, and they're nice and golden, and I did taste one. They do taste very well. So anyway, that's what they look like when they're done, and I did turn the oven off. Okay, here is what this looks like when it is done. Okay, and there's the french fries and our green beans. And this is what it looks like when it's all served up. Alright, that gravy is going to thicken up as it cools, okay? But this is kind of cooled a little bit, so this is what it looks like. I just wanted to give you an update, and we're going to go ahead and get eating. I hope you guys give it a try, and I hope you like it. And let me know what you think if you do try it. Girls, this is the same meal that we used to eat when we would go out to Sally's restaurant. Daddy used to always get corn. Alright, I put green beans with it, but this is the same stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that, and I hope you remember those times. They were good times. And you guys have a good night, okay? Love y'all.